loss has become something that, as often happens, it's something you become more familiar with the older you get. It has happened to people that I know, close friends and family, and a question just kept popping up in my mind is, how do they deal with that? How do they reconcile that loss, and how do they keep moving forward? One of the things I started to think about was the concept of the past being so much more comforting than the future. The fact that you've gone through something so traumatic and has laden you with so much grief that you can't possibly see a future where you are as happy or happy at all the way you were yesterday or last week or last month. If a person did take refuge in the comfort of the past, if they started to shut the world out so that they could just be alone with the only thing they feel makes them happy anymore, how would that affect their real life?
I played Rianne. She's 12 years old and struggling to get over the loss of her father. She's quite lonely, she doesn't really have many friends, and her mum, she's working quite a lot, so they don't get to see each other much.
She's really trying her best to try and hold it together for her and her daughter. That's what she's trying to do, is hold it together, just pull everything together and do whatever she needs to do to be able to keep their life functioning.
They decided they were going to go down the road of building a family together because they were a team, but Jordan didn't sign up for doing it alone. So as a result, she focuses on the one thing that she knows she can do, which is get up, go to work, focus on that, get the money in, keep the bills paid. That's the one thing she feels she can do. If she has to sit down and think for a moment about the scale of what she's lost and the responsibilities that she now holds, she feels she may just fall apart.
You know what? You want him to be the hero? Fine. He's the hero. But right now, I have to go to work.
If he's the one who quit, why is it you who always leave?
I have to support you. No one else is supporting us, Rianne. I'm the only one who's here for you.
But you're not here.
What, do you want to spend more time with me on the streets? Tell me, what do you want?
Her responses are in some ways unusual from what we expect somebody to be behaving, the way we expect them to be behaving when they're grieving. But actually, grief is such a complex range of emotions that change all the time. Trying to understand exactly where she was in that process was the main thing that we worked together on. That was really useful for me.
Rianne and her mother, they argue, but because of that, they understand what each other's going through, and it gets better from that point.
She's just been feeling like, I need to be strong, I need to be the person, I need to be fine, but it's been closed, it's been really disconnected, and this is the first time she's gone, okay, it's all right not to be all right, but we will do this together.
She was talking to her daddy.
Is that true, you weirdo?
No.
You were, weren't you?
You were right. She is loopy.
So what else have you got to say to dear old daddy? I'm talking to you.
Well, there's these three bullies, probably about her age, and they're bullying her because she's still pretending her dad's there.
Well, we discussed that she wanted to be seen as tough and better than everyone else, really. But maybe she wasn't very popular when she was younger and didn't really fit in with that many people. So now she's trying to show that she can fit in, she can be a big, strong person.
Paige was a bit scared of the main bully, so she tried to just follow in the footsteps and try to not get on her bad side.
We discussed about how Sally was a bully as well, but you could tell that she was a person who wasn't wanting to do that.
We had a very dedicated crew. It was a mix of working with people that I'd never worked with before and getting back in touch with some old teammates.
The casting crew were really supportive, and they were just really it was a good experience working with the people that I hadn't known before.
You could tell the crew were passionate about like what they do, like when they were filming and things. You could tell they enjoyed what they were doing, and it was nice.
The makeup's holding really well. There have been no shiny faces and glares. Jack, looks good, right?
No
Makeup and stuff, no shiny faces.
Apart from your head.
Apart from my head.
That's expected though.
Exactly. I just use it to create lens flare and stuff.
And it was finding that balance of, you know, having a fun time doing your job, but also having the space to go emotionally where you need to go.
Winning is decision. No matter how much pain you're in, no matter how tough it is, no matter the cost, you need to be the one who's not afraid to die in the pursuit of victory.
Is winning the race worth dying for?
You don't know what like the person you've bullied has been through, and you don't have the right to bully them.
If you're going to do that, you're never going to be able to be your own self, and you're just going to have to feel like you have to do everything evolved around that person. So you'd never follow their footsteps and just be yourself and know what's right and be kind.
It's definitely about hope, about those moments, and I think potentially all of us face them a few times in our lives, hopefully not that many, but those moments where it feels like there's no hope, just complete darkness. And when we keep going, sometimes we have to ask for help, that kind of flame of hope reignites, and I feel like this story is about that moment.
Well, I think the main point of the story is that that you can apply courage to any situation. It's just about determination and trying your best and keeping going at it.
Hardship is pretty much a certainty in this life, and loss is very much a certainty in this life. But what's often forgotten is that hope is also a certainty. In remembering that it is possible to overcome tragedy or loss, hardship, any of the adversities that might confront you in life, is when you remember that it's possible to overcome them, then you can hang on to that hope. So if there's one thing that I'd want people to take away, it is that hope remains as long as you choose to hold on to it.